Good afternoon, everyone. So, in my previous class, I have started the chapter Management of Natural Resources, right? So, do you have any queries related to the part which I have discussed in my previous class? If you are having, you can ask me. Okay, you are not having any doubt. So, let me continue this chapter. And today I will start with a short form, that is MPN. MPN. In my previous class, I have shown you a graph where you can find the and we have read about the Ganga Action Plan, and we have seen in the graph that total number of coliform bacteria in different states, like that. Okay, there you there is a term. You should have noticed that part, but you didn't. That's why I am telling you that there is a term, that is, in short, we can call it MPN. Do you know that what is the full form of MPN? Anyone? Tell me. No, 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 no. That that is not the full form of this MPN, which one I am talking about. You can check the graph. There is a term. You can check in the left side. Okay, someone else is typing. Very good. That is the actual meaning in this particular case, that is most probable number. Okay, so M for most, B for probable, N for number. Okay, so full form of MPN is most probable number. Very good, Subrajyoti. So, so we have seen that what is the total count of the coliform bacteria in 100 ml of water. Okay, that is the, and with the help of that we can find out the pollution of the water, and there are some different other ways also I have mentioned. Now, next we have I will discuss about the some arts. Look, we are living in the environment, so we should protect our environment. So we have to focus on that. How we can save our environment. Okay, so for the saving of the environment, that is for saving the environment, we need some hours. Previously it was 3 hours, after that 4 hours, and now in your book 5 hours are given. So what are these 5 hours? How they are helping in the protection of the environment? We will come to know today. So, can you tell me what are the different hours? Very easy, already you have read this one in the junior classes. So you can tell me. Very good. So first one I am writing, as Isanur said, reduce. Next, recycle. Very good. Recycle. After that, okay, refuse. Next, reuse. Very good. And repurpose. Okay, so R. It starts with R. That's why in short we can call it fibers. And these fibers are helping in protecting the environment. Okay, so how we will come to know with the examples, and we will come to know meaning of the each. So first I have written reduce. First one is reduce. So how will you define the term reduce? Like I am giving you an example that just imagine you are staying in right now at your study room. Now you want to go to the living room. Okay. And as you are in your study room, you have kept your light and fan on. Now, when you will move to the living room, then what will you do? Will you keep the light, will you keep the switch on of the light and fan? No, because we have to use everything which we are getting from the nature very wisely and appropriately. We can't use the electricity like that. So, whenever we are not there, we have to switch off the light and fan so that we can save the electricity. So, from this we come to know that reduce means we have to use less. Reduce means we have to use less. So, as you are having, your parents are having the ability to submit the electricity bills, that doesn't mean that you will use it in huge amount. Okay. If you are having huge amount of food, you will eat some part and you will not eat, you will throw it in the dustbin if you don't like it. So that is not the right way of using anything. Okay, you have to use it in appropriate amount, which amount actually you require. Okay, so you have to use less, and that comes under the reduce. So what are the examples? That first example I have given, that you have to save electricity by switching off the unnecessary lights and fans or any other electronic gadgets that can consume the electricity. Okay, unnecessarily we will not use the electrical gadgets. Okay, now just think, you are going through the roads, and beside the road you can find a tap call, and the pipe of the tap call is damaged and water is leaking from this damaged part. Then what you will do? You will try to cover this part, or we have to, not only you, everyone, that means we have to save water by repairing the leaky taps. That one you can find in our home also. You can find some leaky taps at your home also. So you will not ignore that part. You will try to repair those taps as soon as possible so that we can save water. Okay, so two examples we have got to know, and third one is that example I have given already in my previous class, that is, if you are having extra food, just don't throw it in the dustbin. Okay, try to provide the food to the people who are not getting the appropriate amount of food. Instead of throwing it into the drains or dustbin, try to provide it to the people who are not getting it. Okay, so these are the some examples of reduce. Next one you have told me, recycle. Okay, recycle. That means whenever you are having something, you have to try to make something else with the help of that, or making something new with the help of that. Like as you know that some products are biodegradable and some products are non-biodegradable, right? So non-biodegradable products are harmful for us. So we should avoid the usage of non-biodegradable products, and among them plastic is one of the most important non-biodegradable products, and we are trying to reduce the use of the plastic. So what we can do? But without plastic nowadays it is impossible for us, because many food items are packaged with the plastic cans, plastic bottles, like that. So what we can do, after using the plastic we are throwing it, so we can collect it, and there are some factories where they can make the different forms of plastics or different other things with the help of the used plastics. Okay, so what we are doing, we are recycling. So we can collect plastic, paper, glass. As you know that glass also can melt very easily. Glass, metal items, we can recycle these materials and to make required things instead of synthesizing or extracting fresh plastic or fresh paper or fresh glass or metal. Okay, so like this, recycle is another important art for managing the natural resources. Third one is refuse. Refuse means we need to say to no to something which are harmful for our environment. Like when, just imagine you have gone to buy some sweets to the sweet shop, and what shopkeeper has done, he has kept the sweets in a box which is made up of paper, and he is giving it to you within a plastic carry bags, and you are taking it and you are bringing it these plastic bags at your home. But from today what you have to do, you will say no. Whenever we will say no to the provider, then we will be able to reduce the use of those harmful substances, particularly plastics. Whenever we are going to buy vegetables, the shopkeeper is providing us the vegetables, keeping it in a thin plastic bags. And as you know that particularly thin plastic bags are very harmful. Okay, if it is quite thick, then it is not harmful that the thin one. Okay, or the shopkeeper can make it with the paper bags, right? But whatever they are trying to do, they want to make their profits. That's why they can get the thin plastics bag very less cost. That's why they are providing us this one. So what is our duty? Our duty is that we will refuse to take those substances. We will say to the shopkeeper, no, I will not take this plastic carry bag, just give me the sweet box. You can take this at your hand, and you can carry it, or you can take a cloth bag or paper bag from your home and you can bring it. Whenever you are going to vegetable shop, you have to take a cloth bag from your home. Okay, so this is the main motto of refuse. Okay, by refusing we can only save our environment. Now next one is reuse. Okay, reuse. Reuse means that it is actually better than recycling, because the process of recycling sometimes uses energy. As we are saying that as it is we can make it, we have to melt the glass or the plastic, then we can make something else. So we are using the energy for recycling purpose, but for reuse part we are not using such energy. Okay, so the reuse strategy is very simple, and you can use things again and again. Like when everyone is getting the newspaper at their home every morning, so after 1 month you can use those old newspaper and can make some in paper bags, paper envelopes, paper stand, pen stand made by paper, like that. So we are using the paper and we are not wasting any amount of energy for the making of these things. Okay, so these can be considered as reuse. Another example, very good example is that whenever we are buying some food items like sauce, jam, we are getting it in a glass bottle or glass jar. But after finishing the sauce or jam, what we can do? We can wash it and dry it under the sunlight, and we can keep some spices like salt, we can keep salt, we can keep sugar and many other spices, or we can keep, if the jar is quite large in size, we can keep another things also, we can keep biscuits. Okay, so we are using it in that form, in which form we have got. So energy is not used for making this reuse part. That is why we should try to reuse things which one is possible. Okay, and the last one is repurpose. So repurpose, for repurpose, what we will say, that we are we got something for a purpose, but now we are using it for different purpose. Like just a very easy example, that if we are using the just imagine that you have brought a detergent bottle. Okay, it comes a 5 liter detergent soap bottle, and you have brought a 2 liter Coca-Cola. Then after drinking the Coca-Cola, what you will do, you will throw the bottle. Or after using the soap for washing your clothes, what you will do, you will throw the box. But instead of throwing it, you can use it again. How? You can plant trees there. You can, yes, Horlicks jar also. You can cut the plastic or the neck portion of the bottles, and then you can put some soil inside it, and you can spread some seeds, or you can put some small plants inside that, and you can keep it in your garden, veranda, window, anywhere. Okay, so you have brought this particular thing for a purpose. Now you are using it for different purpose. Okay, so that will come under the repurpose. Okay, so clear now? We came to know the 5 R's, and I have discussed the different examples for all these. So as you can see that these reuse and repurpose are quite same. Okay, so you have to differentiate in between them very if you want to differentiate between them, you have to think, you have to understand that is the purpose is same. If the purpose is same, we are using it in the same purpose, then we will give that example under reuse. But if the purpose is not the same, then we will give it under the repurpose. Okay, so for that, understanding level should be high. If you don't understand these terms, then you will not be able to differentiate, because these two are quite similar. Okay, so for today I have completed the 5 R's part. In my next class I will continue this chapter. If you want to ask me any question related to this part, you can ask. Tell me. Okay, Samrat and Subhrajyoti is typing something. Let me wait. Okay, so thank you everyone, and bye bye for today, and see you in the next class.